Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you. I'm sure we've got a lot of things in common. So, you have a son that goes to the workshop, and
I do.
yeah, and he's been there, you said 10 years?
10 years.
Yeah. My son's been there. If you ask him, he'll tell you 35 years. I think it's maybe a little bit more. He started with the after school program as well, and he's 52 now. So Devin goes half his day to life skills, to the life class.
At least. I think he probably does more development therapy and life skills than work program. But so within that program, the development therapy and the life skills, he gets to learn how to communicate to people properly. That's a struggle has been a struggle with him. And again, the friendships that he has gained and fostered just by rotating through different classes. The development workshop is set up kind of like a school program where you go from class to class. They get to choose what happens, and then they're offered outings into the community, which is a huge big deal for them. They love it. And it's the things that he's learned through that program, how to carry on a conversation with somebody. That's an important skill.
It is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg does the same thing. He's at his age level, quote unquote, he's still the center of the universe.
Right.
So in conversations, it's like, okay, somebody will say something in a group, somebody will say something and it'll just revert right back to him. Well, my birthday's next month. So it's, yes, that they work on that a lot with Greg. He goes out with I think 3 others and an aide to go to lunch once a week. If he could change his programming, he'd go every day to lunch.
I think the majority of the clients would like that. They just means I'm normal. I can go do what everybody else does. They get to go out to lunch. I get to go out to lunch. Right. And it's a big deal for them.
It is a big deal.
Within the classes, then they talk about what's appropriate. How do we order? And those are life skills that, you can teach as a mom, and it you teach it over and over and over, and it's like banging your head on the wall, but then they teach them and it's like, oh, they've got it.
And if you're like me as a mom, you're still wanting to do it all for them.
Right.
It's hard to say, just go up there. Like when I take him to the bank to cash his check, I'm used to walking up there with him and saying, Greg wants to cash his check. Now I say, you're on your own, buddy. They might want you to show your ID or whatever, but go do it. There are a lot of agencies out there now, but I've worked with a lot of them with some of my volunteer work. There's not anybody that we would choose over Development Workshop.
No.
Yeah, it's just been great.
I think they show extreme care, compassion, and they actually get to know their clientele so that they know what works for each individual client to make them be the best that they can be.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
So that's perfect. You can't ask for more than that.
Can't ask for any more than that.
Yep.
So we're very happy.